Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Puspita Melati A. I'm from Physics Department, Universitas Pajajaran. First of all, I want to show you something. What comes to your mind when that word come? Failure. When you go to some place, when you do something new, or when you start to loving someone perhaps, you must be scared of being failed. But what if I say that failure never exists? I know maybe this is hard to understand. How can I say that? Because you know that if there is a successful person, so is a failed person. Every year, when we join family gathering, where all family members come, there will definitely be a topic of conversation. It can be about anything. But for parents, their children are a topic that often discussed, especially about their achievement. So they will start to talk about their children at school, in which grade they are, where university they want to go, or what is their occupation, what company is it, and even how much salary they got. So how many of you who have found your parents talking about those things with a share of pride? How many of you who are asked with the same questions by relatives? Or how many of you who in this case are in the position of asking, maybe to your long-spirited friend, to your graduated senior, or to your younger cousins? And then you conclude about their well-being based on those things. Can't you see that success becomes limited to three things: education level, position, and income? But is it true? And my story began from my first year in college that I chose as second choice in entrance test. I have been dreaming to enter my first campus choice for 6 years. I had prepared so hard and joined the learning camp for entrance test. But in one day, the dreams flew away. I had been through the moment in my college life with always thinking that I was a loser. I was a failure. Because when my friend got what they wanted, that didn't happen to me. It was so heartbreaking when I saw my friend with their campus ticket taking a photo and uploading it to social media with the caption describing how proud they are. But I cannot do the same. I feel exhausted already to take courses and learn because I was torn apart. Half of me thought I must pass the college. I have to finish what I started. But the rest of me still thought it is nonsense because I was a failure. Until one day, I met with a friend and he talked about achievement. He said, each of us has our own achievement, and it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Because we have our own achievement, we have our own Everest. When he said about Everest, that reminds me a story that my teacher ever told. A story from the first man who reached the top of Mount Everest. His name is Edmund Hillary, with his guide named Tenzing. Next, please. Everest is the highest mountain in the world, with steep track and extreme weather. But Edmund and Tenzing will succeed to reach the top. This story is interesting for me because I was wondering with the fact that why was Edmund become the first man? Why wasn't Tenzing? Tenzing is his guide. Tenzing knew the track better than Edmund, and he walked ahead, so he could lead Edmund the way. He could easily write his name as the first man to reach the top of Mount Everest, but he didn't. Did you know why? The answer is because Tenzing knew what he wanted. His dream is to guide someone to reach the top of Mount Everest. And the other hand, Edmund's dream was to reach the top of Everest. So they have their own dream. They have their own achievement, and they do not compare what they had achieved with others. They're proud with their own. So I can't compare what I had achieved with my friend, because each of us has our own way to success. But sometimes, instead of defining our unsuccess, like anything we want, we ask others about our worth. We ask if we are valuable enough, achieving enough, or successful enough to find our standing in the society. Because the thing is, our social life brings us to consider success is a competition to win and eliminate others. It feels like we live in a pyramid. The strongest one will be stand on the top, and the weakest one will be left on the base. We always compare what we had achieved with others in order to figure out where our position in the pyramid is, in the top, in the middle, or in the bottom. It seems like life is just about kill or being killed. If you learn math or everything sciencey, considered to be in the top. But if you learn social sciences, you're less than them. We always classify, we always give standard, and spread each people in different boxes. Box A for smart people, box B for weak people, box C for middle people, and so on. We didn't realize that every person is special. If success has standard, why we are different? Because we have our own pathway in life to be success. Success isn't just for those in top universities. Success isn't just for rich men or boss. We must be aware we live for a long time and absolutely still here is for a reason. Imagine that the world is like a puzzle. And when we were born, we were given a piece of puzzle that is unique and different with others. And you will see as a carrier of puzzle, you can attain success is when you can fill the blank in puzzle's world with yours. And of course, in puzzle's world, you still have another blank space for others people's puzzle. And no one can rob their success because that blank space is only for their piece. We don't have to be the top or the strongest one. We don't have to eliminate others. We just have to know our puzzle part. So all of us deserve our successful path, and it is only for ours. Then we should not worry for not being comparable or worthy or left behind. Because our piece is different. Because we are different. I shared this thought to others. 2 months ago, I was accepted as physics teacher in one of senior high school near here. So I started giving them questions about success. I give them 5 questions. My questions were, when you will finish your high school, which college that you want to go, what is your big dreams and why, what do you want to do after you finish your high school, and what one word that describe yourself. Some of them took it and said the question was hard to answer, but the rest still thought that was just a joke. The simple question let them describe how they define their own success, and I found varied answer. My student said that for her, success is when she gets a life. And almost students say that success is when they become rich, pass the entrance test, and so on. After they answered my question, I gave them a story about Edmund and Tenzing. I know that story didn't instantly change them because it is like growing a seed. It takes time, need effort, and meandering journey. But I'm sure someday they will understand, so they will look the world in different way. Because success have their own way for each people. We have our own way to be success. Because success is when we can fill the blank in puzzle's world with anything we do. Being a student, leading movement, writing, or even being a daughter. Anything. So when you fail on the exam, your friend left you behind, you didn't get what you want, that is life. That piece by piece of story fills our puzzles part. No one is failure. You just need to move and move. Because your existence brings the part of puzzle that can fill the world. This world is completed by yours. Because you complete the world in the way that others can't. Thank you.